Hello everyone, welcome back to Expert Medical Coding. In today's video, we'll continue with ICD-10 Chapter 4 Guidelines Part 5. First, I'll go through the guideline and then I'll explain it step by step so it becomes clear and easy to remember. So let's get started with the guideline. Secondary diabetes mellitus. Codes under category E08 diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition, E09 drug or chemical induced diabetes mellitus, and E13 other specified diabetes mellitus identify complications, manifestations associated with secondary diabetes mellitus. Secondary diabetes is always caused by another condition or event. Example, cystic fibrosis, malignant neoplasm of pancreas, pancreatectomy, and adverse effects of drug or poisoning. Now that we have read the guidelines, so let's understand this in more detail. Secondary diabetes mellitus means diabetes that is caused by another condition or event. It is not type 1 E10 category or type 2 E11 category. Instead, it occurs as a result of an underlying cause or event. There are three main categories used to classify secondary diabetes. E08 category, diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition. E09 category, drug or chemical induced diabetes mellitus. E13 category, other specified diabetes mellitus. Let us first see E08 category, diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition. This form of diabetes develops due to another underlying condition like cystic fibrosis, malignant neoplasm, or pancreatitis. Let us see an example on this. A 20-year-old patient with cystic fibrosis develops diabetes mellitus and the provider documents diabetes due to cystic fibrosis. So here the correct coding will be, first we have to assign E84.9 cystic fibrosis unspecified, and after that we have to assign E08.9 diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition without complications. Why this sequencing? Because if you go to tabular and search for E08 category, you'll find code first the underlying condition such as cystic fibrosis. So first we have to assign the cystic fibrosis code and after that E08 category code. Now let's see E09 category, drug or chemical induced diabetes mellitus. This form of diabetes develops due to drugs or chemical exposure. Let us see an example on this. A patient who has been taking prednisone, a steroid, for a long duration develops diabetes and the provider confirms it as steroid-induced diabetes mellitus. Let us see how to code in this scenario. So first we have to code E09.9 drug or chemical induced diabetes mellitus without complications, and after that we have to assign T38.0x5A adverse effect of glucocorticoids initial encounter. Now let's see E13 category, other specified diabetes mellitus. E13 is used when diabetes has a specific cause, but it doesn't fit into E08 category or E09 category, such as post-procedural diabetes, post-pancreatectomy diabetes, genetic defects in insulin action. Let us see an example on this. A patient develops diabetes after total pancreatectomy. So here the correct coding will be E13.9 other specified diabetes mellitus without complications and Z90.410 for acquired total absence of pancreas. Now let's move towards the next coding clinic, and that is secondary diabetes mellitus and the use of insulin oral hypoglycemic drugs or injectable non-insulin drugs. For patients with secondary diabetes mellitus who routinely use insulin oral hypoglycemic drugs or injectable non-insulin drugs, additional codes from category Z79 should be assigned to identify the long-term current use of insulin, oral hypoglycemic drugs, or non-injectable non-insulin drugs as follows. If the patient is treated with both oral hypoglycemic drugs and insulin, both code Z79.4 long-term current use of insulin and code Z79.84 long-term current use of oral hypoglycemic drugs should be assigned. If the patient is treated with both insulin and an injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drug, assign codes Z79.4 long-term current use of insulin and Z79.85 long-term current use of injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drugs. If the patient is treated with both oral hypoglycemic drugs and an injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drug, assign codes Z79.84 long-term current use of oral hypoglycemic drugs and Z79.85 long-term current use of injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drugs. Code Z79.4 should not be assigned if insulin is given temporarily to bring a secondary diabetic patient's blood sugar under control during an encounter. Now that we have read the guideline, let's understand it in more detail. If a patient with secondary diabetes is regularly using insulin, oral diabetic tablets, or non-insulin injections, we must assign additional codes from category Z79. These codes tells us that the patient is on long-term medication. Now let us see the first scenario in which the patient is on long-term use of oral hypoglycemic drugs plus long-term use of insulin. Let us see the scenario. A patient with diabetes mellitus due to Cushing's syndrome is on long-term use of metformin and insulin. Let us see how to code in this scenario. So here, first we have to code Cushing's syndrome, unspecified code, that is E24.9. After that, E08.9, diabetes mellitus due to underlying condition without complications. And after that, long-term codes Z79.84 for long-term current use of oral hypoglycemic drugs and Z79.4 for long-term current use of insulin. Why we have given Cushing's syndrome first? Because if you go to category E08, there you can find code first instruction. So as per that, we have to give Cushing's syndrome first, then the E08 category, E08.9, and after that, the long-term codes. Now let us see the next scenario in which the patient is on long-term use of insulin plus long-term use of injectable non-insulin drug. Let us see the scenario. A patient with drug-induced diabetes mellitus due to corticosteroid use is on long-term use of insulin and injectable non-insulin drug. So let us see how to code in this scenario. So first we have to code E09.9 drug or chemical induced diabetes mellitus without complications, and then T38.0x5A for adverse effect of glucocorticoids and synthetic analogs initial encounter, and then the long-term codes Z79.4 for long-term current use of insulin and Z79.85 for long-term current use of injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drugs. Now let us see the third scenario in which the patient is on long-term current use of oral drugs plus long-term use of injectable non-insulin drug. Let us see the scenario. A patient with diabetes mellitus following pancreatectomy is on long-term use of oral hypoglycemic drugs and injectable non-insulin medication for glycemic control. So here we have to first assign E13.9 other specified diabetes mellitus without complications, and then Z90.410 for acquired absence of pancreas, and then the long-term codes Z79.84 for long-term current use of oral hypoglycemic drugs and Z79.85 for long-term current use of injectable non-insulin antidiabetic drugs. Now let us look at the key point here. If insulin is used only temporarily during an encounter, it is not considered long-term use. So Z79.4 should not be coded for temporary use of insulin. Let's see the scenario on this. A patient with steroid-induced diabetes presents with high blood sugar. Insulin is given during the visit for immediate control. So here do not assign Z79.4. So here the correct coding will be E09.9 for drug-induced diabetes mellitus without complications and T38.0x5A for adverse effect of glucocorticoids initial encounter. And here we should not give Z79.4 because it was used only temporarily.
Please like, share and subscribe to Expert Medical Coding. Thanks for watching.